You're listening to The Swingdom,
the
champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to The Swingdom. Thank you, Soundman Dan, for that lovely introduction. We are here today on a lovely Thursday morning for some of us. This is The Swingdom. Welcome, citizens of The Swingdom. I am Ben. I haven't played golf in 3 weeks. Not at all. Just haven't. I've been too much house stuff. Trying to move into a house, but the house doesn't even have windows. And you know that, though, because you follow history through a house, so you know that. I'm here with my best golfing buddy, Gunnar.
That's me.
He golfs too.
Yeah, Saturday. I'm going to play on Saturday. Ha!
Where are you playing?
The old Somerset Farms.
Ooh, the good old home course advantage.
Yeah, home course advantage. Gavin.
You know, I once shot a 67 there.
I once shot a 66 there. So
it's a good thing it's a par 69.
That's right. It's a par. It's actually a par 12, but I shot a 66, so nobody can take that away from me.
So yeah, so you shot a 66. How did you do on the back nine?
I was. Is the jokes? Is that better? You tell me for comedic of value, right? Yeah. Is that joke better, or is it? Oh, how'd you do playing golf? I shot a 66. Yeah, but what about 2 through 18? And which one's funnier? I don't know. I like the back nine thing though,
that's good. Because to be fair, I think that's more reasonable for golfers that are sort of new to the sport, like who are shooting like 100 to 125.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, except for real quick before we even start the show, just on that same note, Mr. Henry Aaron passed away this week. The home run king. He has a famous quote about golf. It took me X amount of years to get 3,000 hits.
25 years or something.
Yeah, something like that. It took me 25 years to get 3,000 hits. It took me 1 day playing golf, and I was like, "Yep,
mm-hmm. I've been there. Yep. I've been there."
That's
all right. So today on the Swingdom, we're going to be going over the news.
Yes,
there's some news. We're going to be going over the scores from last week because we have some scores from last week,
or not.
We're going to be making some picks for this week at the Farmers Insurance Open at Torrey Pines.
We are farmers. Boom, 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 boom. Free plug because I wanted to sing.
It's another 2-course event. We're going to get into it when we talk about the actual courses, but it's a 2-course event.
I'm sick of it. I really am.
We'll talk about it.
Just cancel it.
Get there.
Cancel the event.
And then we're going to make our picks, and we've got some guests today.
What?
Yeah, we've got JR, who's going to be telling us about hearing aids.
He's going to do our read for us. We've hired JR to just do all of our reads.
and then this is how great this is. We've got golf numbers, right? Instagram aficionado. He is RJ.
Oh, I love it. Yes. RJ and JR.
Yes.
What's you know what we don't have though on the show? Talent at picking golf numbers, which is why golf numbers is going to be on the show, so he can show us how it's done.
He can show us how it's done. And then we have a special European correspondent this week,
which is perfect because you and I did not do very well with the European Tour event.
What? I killed the European Tour event.
Nonsense. You picked the Corda sisters, and you happen to be right on one of them. So.
That's number one. That's the LPGA.
Or in the LPGA, that's right.
That's the LPGA.
Scratch it.
You picked Justin Thomas, and he
did
missed
very well.
He missed the cut.
Yeah, but for 2 days he did okay.
And I picked Terrell Hatton, Tommy Fleetwood, and Rory, and they finished like 1, 2, 3.
I don't think you picked them.
Yeah, I did.
I don't think you did.
I've got it on my notepad right here.
Agree to disagree.
Okay, I picked one of them.
Oh yeah.
I picked Terrell Hatton, but I think we talked about Rory and I also picked Lee Westwood. I don't know why. And we picked.
Well, we don't make those picks.
We don't make those picks. So. We're gonna have a special guest make those picks. I jotted down some notes. Like, this is the size of paper I like. Right, these are my golf notes.
Yeah, these are my golf notes.
I'm ready for today. Sorry, that wasn't very, like, if you're listening to the podcast, you won't really get that. So this week in the news, on the Swingdom, Kamaui Johnson, young player of African-American descent, gets a tour exemption to play his first event on the PGA Tour.
Boom.
Then guess what happens?
They take it away from him.
He tests positive for COVID.
Oh no, gets the vid?
Yeah, he gets the vid.
So are they going to extend his...
I think they're going to send the invitation to like the Genesis like, or something like that. But yeah, I mean, your first chance to be on the PGA Tour and you contract the vid. The worst news is, and all of our well wishes, get better soon well wishes, go out to his mother who was hospitalized with COVID pneumonia.
Oh no.
So
not doing very good.
Not doing good. That's not good. Other news. We
wish his family well.
Yes. And we wish that he gets on the PGA Tour and he wins a bunch.
Yeah, like 1,000 times.
Yeah, like I don't care who wins on the PGA Tour as long as we get to talk about it. I have no emotional connection to these guys when they win or don't win on the PGA Tour.
Speak for yourself.
Okay. Bryson DeChambeau, have you heard of him?
Who's that?
I have a quick question for you.
Yes.
What 2020 U.S. Open winner is known for his long hitting style, but also uses tools such as a compass and a geometry on the putting green?
Who is Bryson DeChambeau?
500 points to Gunner.
I knew I could do it.
Yeah.
I'm so good at Golf Jeopardy.
That was I totally bumbled that question, but that's what
did. I was like, even this Ken Jennings guy does better.
But they got zero of the three contestants got it right.
Idiots.
Yeah. I know everything about Shakespeare, but I don't know who won the 2020 U.S. Open.
Way to be
Even though there was only 3 majors this year. So it's one less than I normally have to worry about.
Way to be good at trivia. So.
Yeah. Sports trivia doesn't count, bro.
Yeah, nobody watches sports, huh?
Yeah.
Come on.
All right.
Come on.
Next, what do you have in the news?
Golf.com floated this out.
Yeah.
DJ, I'm gonna pronounce it phonetically. Pyhowski. I don't know how to say it. DJ Pyhowski. I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Golf.com floated this out and said this needs to happen. What needs to happen, you might ask? The President's Cup should be a men's and women's mixed event. Duh. Of course it should be. You already have the Ryder Cup. You already have the Solheim Cup. But why don't we get ourselves a mixed event and make that the President's Cup?
Well, because the President Cups already exist.
Yeah, change it.
It's got a long history. Why don't we change the Ryder Cup?
Because the Ryder Cup's clearly way better than the President's Cup.
No, it isn't.
Name, yeah, both.
Tell that to every Australian, Korean, Taiwanese, Japanese, Indian.
Hey, U.S. versus Europe. That's what the Ryder Cup is.
I know the Ryder Cup gets crazy, and it's mostly because you hate Ian Poulter.
100%, 1,000%. I love the Ryder Cup because I hate Ian Poulter as an American. Okay, and I don't care about your nationality.
I just got my permanent residency, so I'm not going to say anything bad about Ian Poulter right now.
All right, so listen. Ian Poulter sucks. That's all I've got to say. He's
I'm
really
just gonna
good.
Say he's not my favorite. He's great at golf when it comes to beating Americans. He's not good at golf when it comes to just playing regular golf.
I like Ian Poulter. When he's just a regular golfer.
Yeah.
Ryder Cup Ian Poulter, hate him. He sucks. Terrible person. I have one more for you, and then you can have the floor. Maybe 2 more. I don't know. One of less value. Southern Hills Country Club will host the 2022 PGA Championship.
Okay. Where's that located?
Southern Hills.
Okay. Is it? It's obvious. Is it in America?
Yes.
Okay, good.
It's in the U.S. So this was the big one for me because we talked about this last week. What do we take away from sponsors sticking with Justin Thomas? And tell me if this was on your list. But, Polo, Ralph Lauren dropped Justin Thomas and we float around. So what does that make Titleist look like? Or what does that, make all of his other sponsors look like?
Yeah.
Citibank has come out and publicly spoken on this.
Oh, wow. I missed this.
Citibank has said that they're going to stick with Justin Thomas. We decided to use this moment to work with Justin to try to create change and help support the LGBTQ plus community. Fair.
What are they going to do? How have they done that?
I don't know.
They're going to spank him on television?
God, I hope so.
What are they? Okay, you need to write us a check in front of everybody? How?
I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
I'm just saying.
I like the sentiment, but it comes across as just bad publicity.
I don't think so. I think it's fine. I think it's totally. If you're going to, and it goes back to what you said, if they're going to stick with JT, why? Is it because you're totally cool with the language you used?
Yeah, but you can't say, look, we're going to stick with JT because we think this is a great opportunity for him to learn and support the LGBT community by.
They're going to support him and help him raise awareness and be a part of causes that increase awareness of discrimination. So he's going to probably be the poster child for Citibank of I can change. I changed. You can change too. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying it's a good position for Citibank to come from. All right. That's it.
I'm confused, but I understand, but I would like to have seen, I would like to see some action.
Sure. I'm just saying, they're saying they're going to have action. We'll have to wait and see what that action is.
Fine. I get like the thing is, and this is a question for you, is him just coming out and saying, look, I'm sorry, that's not in my character. I'm never going to do this again. I'm really sorry for saying that in the circumstance. Is that enough of an apology? Is that enough of not just an apology, but a turnaround for you?
No. And I'll tell you why. Because once you use, that's not who I am, that's not my character. Yes, it is. Or you wouldn't have said it.
Yeah.
You don't just, I only speak English. I am not bilingual. Right? I'm just going to use this as a super weird example. If one day I started speaking in French, I'm not going to be like, that's not who I am. I'll go back to being myself tomorrow. No, it is who you are. So you don't say racial slurs. You don't say discriminatory slurs if that's not part of who you are. You do say those kinds of things. Now, whether or not you understand the implication, that's beyond my judgment. Yeah. But you can't sit there and say, I never say anything like that. Well, you did on national television. So God only knows what you say in private.
This is fine. So I'm going to go with 3 questions that I'm going to ask you and see how they relate to Justin Thomas. Do you believe that Justin Thomas has ever been into and for lack of a better term, a gay bar, an LGBTQ specific bar in a community? Do you think he's ever been to a gay bar?
No.
I've heard.
Shout out. Speaking of which, to fill the silence, shout out. Now this place is closed. This place is closed long ago, but it was sweet. Everybody in there was super nice. Remington's in Washington, D.C. Totally cool.
Yeah, totally no, I worked at the Abbey in West Hollywood. I met Isadora in a gay bar.
There's I can't remember the place. It's literally next door, but it's this It's like a more posh vibe, but it's the same like setup. Like, I can't remember what it like.
All right,
like,
ready? Now that we're done filling, do you believe that Justin Thomas believes in gay marriage?
Yes.
He supports it.
Yes.
Okay.
I do believe that.
Just because of his age.
Yeah, I think it's even, being from Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana, I don't think you can't deny it when you're only in your early 20s. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be like, I don't support this. I mean,
you can. Like, I know plenty of people who believe that, marriage is the the sanctity of God coming down and blessing your relationship. Like, it's a promise of the two of you in front of God. So, like, you can't have that kind of relationship.
Culturally, I think there's still a change for people in the early 20s where that wasn't really as effective.
And then how many gay friends do you think Justin Thomas has?
Few.
Like, he knows someone who knows a gay person?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Few.
Like, I don't
know.
It just
that's my guess.
It's one of those things where it doesn't come across like he's totally ignorant to the fact, but it does come across like he doesn't travel in circles where somebody would have told him that was wrong.
Right.
And that
would have come up.
That's just so weird.
Totally come up.
Like, to me, that's just really weird.
But now I went against it culturally.
Yeah.
But culturally, I think that's part of the reason he doesn't.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. I mean? You ready for the next one?
100%.
Wayne Gretzky hits a hole in one.
Boom!
Congratulations.
Again. And it was his birthday,
do you think he wrote like the great and then just put like one?
Hole in one. The great hole in one.
Yeah. I think I would, if I owned the golf course, I would have renamed that hole after him.
I would have.
It would have just been
Dustin Johnson,
the great,
and be like, "Oh, you think you're so good, huh?"
He probably did, though.
He probably did.
Like, there was that picture last year of Wayne Gretzky in the Masters caddy jumpsuit,
in the bib, yeah,
in
the over bib or whatever it's called. Yeah, Wayne Gretzky called DJ and said, "Give me the jacket.
Yeah, exactly.
Give it to me. Drive it to my house.
I need to wear it. I need to wear it right now.
I shot a hole in one. Meet me in the parking lot."
So, do you think that the guys who win the Masters, do you think they get replicas made and then they wear them like at home? They have them at home.
No,
the replicas.
They're not allowed. No, they're not allowed. Your
not
jacket
even to make
can't be reproduced, and it has to go back to
after a year.
After a year, it has to go back to your locker. Now, you do get a special champion's locker,
but you have to share them.
Yes, but you do get a special champion's locker.
Yeah.
So then you can't leave the grounds with your jacket.
That's terrible.
Yeah, and what's really weird is, because I found this out this past year about Tiger Woods, right? Tiger Woods has 5 green jackets.
Yes.
So Tiger Woods only has 1 green jacket.
Yeah,
and
I knew that. Yeah.
Inside, they put the dates.
They put the years. Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't get 5 green jackets, which I think is cheap on Augusta.
But no, we've said this before. Like, so if you win the Masters, not only do you get the jacket, but you do get a Masters trophy.
Yeah, well, a replica of the trophy. The trophy, you don't get the trophy that they hand you is the original trophy.
That's the one that's carved in.
Yeah,
and it's the one of the clubhouse.
And then you get a replica. It's same size. I think you have to buy it though too.
Yeah, well, I know with the British Open.
Yeah, you have to buy your trophy.
It's $10,000.
Yeah,
and you have to buy it.
You win so much money.
Yeah, so you have to buy it, and it's also like 10% smaller, so it can't be confused with the real one.
Right. So the trophy you get just has your name and year on it.
Yeah.
The original trophy has all the buttons or all the strips with all the names in it. So your name goes on it.
I have a great question for you. I was thinking about this. I watched the Tiger documentary, right? Yeah, so Tiger is 15. Jack has 18. But he believes that he has 21.
Who, Jack or Tiger?
Jack.
Is that because of the amateur championships?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So the thing is, right? If you're not including the amateur championships,
right,
back when they were technically a major,
they were majors, yeah.
Yeah. How is it that you have somebody like Tom Morris and Tom Morris Jr. Tom Morris Jr. Has 4 consecutive wins at the Open Championship. 1868, 1869, 1870, and 1872.
A baller.
So
by every definition.
Yes. And then like the other 3 guys in that. So the first 5 guys to have consecutive victories at a major championship all happened before like 1930. But Tom Morris, Jamie Anderson, Bob Ferguson are all before 1890. Like, so how do you count that, but not count how do you not count Jack Nicklaus?
Because it wasn't considered a major when Jack won them.
I thought they were considered majors.
I don't believe so.
Are you sure?
Yes. I think when he was growing up, yes, they were considered majors, but by the time he won them, they weren't. I don't, which is why you consider like Bobby Jones to be the only person to win the actual Grand Slam, because he won all 4 current majors in 1 year.
But 2 of them, like 2 of them aren't considered majors now.
Yeah, now. So
because there was no USGA or there was no PGA.
There was no PGA.
There was no PGA.
PGA Championship. There was no USGA Championship either. But there was the US Open.
Yeah.
There was the US Open, the British Open, the British Amateur, which I don't know.
Yeah, like Bobby Jones won the US Amateur 5 times.
Yeah. You know, it's a weird thing though, is that Bobby Jones probably never would have qualified for a US major now if the same setup was then that we have now. He probably never would have gotten in.
Yeah.
Because he never went pro.
Yeah.
And there was bound to be somebody that one day who beat him. I'm making a leap there.
It's just okay. Because the thing is Tiger Woods also won that 3 times.
Yeah, but they weren't majors.
But they weren't majors.
He just won them.
So
Jack Nicklaus is wrong here, and that's okay.
That's fine. No, I was just curious because I'm looking at the thing and I think it's like 5 or 6 of the top 7 guys. I can't find it. That's all I was looking for. I apologize for but 5 of the top 7 guys who have more than 10 majors are all from pre 1900. And they're all British Opens. They just crushed British Opens.
Yeah, because that was before Bobby Jones came over and.
No, but I'm saying it's
really
there at that point it was the only major.
Right, yeah, it was the biggest tournament.
And it seemed like there's only the 10 guys who lived in St. Andrews played it.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I'll do a bit more research into this next week because it's something that I find fascinating. But I'm like, how is old Tom Morris and Tom Morris Jr. How do they each have 7 or 8 majors if there's only so it's you've got Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods, Walter Hagen, which is the 1920s. So this doesn't so on the PGA Tour it doesn't include all of the old blokes who Wikipedia counts.
Wikipedia's wrong.
Wikipedia's right all the time.
I mean, they're totally right in this regard, but any more news?
No. I mean, I've got more news, but it's related to this week's golf.
Jessica Korda is awesome.
Jessica Korda, Danielle Kang, Nelly Korda, 1, 2, 3. That was phenomenal golf.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
LPG is so much better.
Yeah. Don't tell anybody we said that. Should we just start an LPGA podcast?
Oh, here's a question.
Yeah.
Are we ever going to see Tony Finau win again?
How many wins? He's got what? 2 wins on tour?
1 or 2? I think it's 1.
I think it's just harder and harder to win on tour every week.
I mean, he's so many with 11 runner-ups. I mean, I guess in the same argument, you can say like Phil Mickelson has 6 runner-ups in 1 major tournament.
Yeah.
So he's never going to win it.
Yeah.
So is Tony Finau ever going to win again? Is he going to put it together, or does he just
I think he'll put it together. I think
he's
going to be on tour forever.
You think?
Maybe not forever. I think he's got another like 5 or 6 years on tour. Oh, last bit of news. Last very bit of news. And we probably should have talked about this more than we talked about major winners. But
here we
speaking
go.
of major winners, see that
real quick.
That's the bridge.
One career win, 42 top 10 finishes.
Yeah.
1 win. It's crazy.
Brooks Koepka breaks up with Claude Harmon.
I know. Okay. This is what I wanted to say too.
Yeah.
Claude Harmon the third.
Yes.
Right? Butch Harmon's son.
Yes.
Claude Harmon's grandson.
Yeah.
All 3 named Claude Harmon, by the way. Obviously. His putting coach. That's not your problem, Brooks.
No.
Your problem is you need like a chipping coach, or you need an approach shot coach. That's what you need. You don't need to break up with your putting.
You need a big swinging golf club coach.
Yeah, look, if you're going to break up with a coach, don't break up with the guy who keeps you at the best part of that one aspect of your game. What are you doing?
No idea.
Pay the man and stay on track with putting. Hire somebody else.
Yeah, I have no idea. So that's it. Because the thing is, it sounds like he's still staying with Butch.
Yeah.
Like he's still staying with the Harmon team.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And they went through to emphasize that it's his friend. So just to say this is amicable. Friend. Yeah.
No.
We're still buds.
But the thing is like, yeah, I mean they're buds when like that $10,000 paycheck every 2 months is coming in.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as that paycheck stops, the thing is, like, yeah, he's my friend. He always stops and talks to me when I'm on the driving range. As soon as that paycheck stops, he is going to not talk to you on the driving range.
Right. It's crazy.
He's not going to hang out with you after you win. He's going to be like, oh, man, I wish one of my guys won.
He's not going to win because now he's going to get terrible at putting, and it's just going to be embarrassing.
He's embarrassing himself already.
Such a dumb move.
All right, you ready for the read?
I'm totally ready.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
Hey, have you heard anything lately, Gunner?
No, I'm having trouble hearing. Is there anybody we could talk to about helping me out?
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fantastic. Would you like to sell us some hearing aids, JR?
Well, I have some other issues right now.
Your computer is making funny noises in the background.
Yes, I just turned the volume up a little bit.
Okay.
So how's everything in the golf world this week?
Well, we're talking about Brooks and Butch Harmon's son breaking up. Wondering if Butch is like sort of like is Thanksgiving going to be uncomfortable this year?
Gotcha. I have a couple of questions for you, if you don't mind.
That's great.
Who coaches at University of Oklahoma golf?
A stud. That's who. I don't know.
That's a great question.
Because they have more top 25 golfers than any other college in the country.
Yes.
University of Oklahoma is awesome, and it's Andy Crabtree.
Yes. I was going to say the 3 universities you see the most at like the top of the pile are Oklahoma, Texas, University of Texas, Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia too. Georgia's got 2 in the top 25. Oklahoma has 3. Well, and the one you got to respect the most, which sort of blows me away, is Who's that guy from Norway that went to Oklahoma to school?
Oh, you're talking about Oklahoma State. That's Alan Bratton, and that's Victor Hovland you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nobody in the top 25 from any northern state in this country. It's all California, Georgia, and the Carolinas.
Have you seen the Pepperdine campus? When we lived in LA, we drove you past the Pepperdine campus.
Yeah,
it is a block from the beach in Malibu.
Yeah, I know.
Pepperdine
but not only
is
that,
stupid good.
but the bottom line is, it's not even that they go to school there. They're all from California.
Yeah. Well, then it's the same with football. It's, you know what I mean? Like, there are areas that just produce better golfers because they have that much time. And it is California, Texas, and sort of like Georgia and Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not a lot of golf courses in Brooklyn.
No. They've really wiped them all out. It's surprising. They used to have a great course selection.
So do you think that the PGA is on a meteoric rise or going to collapse because it's really not a sport of the people? It's a corporate sport.
I don't know. I think I think they're trying to wash their hands clean of the for the rich and famous. They're definitely looking to go wherever they can find golfers. They've really picked up like junior tours. They've really picked up, rec leagues, basically, if you will, in that sense.
A lot of money is funneling down. There's a ton of money funneling down.
You think it's going to be more integrated down the line or no?
No.
Gotcha.
I think it's going to be more international. But I don't think it's ever going to be a game of the people. And I think they are always going to go. I think you're going to see a lot more of the stories of guys who, like Bubba Watson, who like never had a coach and did everything out himself. But like the thing is like Victor Hovland and Matthew Wolff, like these guys were brought up on golf courses.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly right.
Like Tony Finau played college and basketball. Gary Woodland, who won the USGA.
As Tony Finau goes, Hawaiian or Samoan.
Yes.
He is Hawaiian.
Do you know the only black man in the top 50? Do you know who it is?
It's not Harold Varner III.
No, he sucks.
You know who it is?
Who?
I'll give you a hint.
I'm terrified.
He's 25% black. Okay, I'll tell you. It's enough. We're having dead space here. Tiger Woods.
He's not in the top 50, is he?
He's number 44 this week.
Oh, wow. Okay. I should have known that.
How does he get to 44? The man doesn't play golf.
Yeah.
So he's number 44 this week. He's 25% black. He's 50% Asian, an eighth Dutch, and an eighth Native American.
Yeah.
One thing I think is possible is
and run a ancestry.com thing on him.
No, but it's like since he started playing, he's always like they're always sort of been like, "What race are you?" And he's always said, "Like I'm Indian, black, and Asian."
Yeah,
and
he's got a for exactly possible.
No, and that's sort of, but that's what happened with Tiger Woods in the late '90s and early 2000s. Tiger Woods was like the great black hope.
Yeah,
like this is if you watch the HBO documentary, like this is how his father portrays him in the world of golf. And Tiger Woods carries the entire sport on his shoulders for 25 years.
Yeah.
Like still in 2019. So I get what you're saying. The strange fact about Tony Finau is he's actually a Mormon from Utah.
Yeah.
Tony Finau's a Mormon?
Yeah, he's a Mormon from he's a Mormon from Utah. Yeah. He played college basketball, and then his brother got him into golf. He didn't start playing golf till he was like 19 or 20.
Well, he's from the Rocky Mountains, so I'm cool with it.
Yeah. But it's not really about that. It's just like it's there aren't golf courses in urban areas.
Yeah. So let me ask you something. Does he always putt like that with his pinky?
No, that was Mark Hubbard. We're gonna get into that soon.
Oh, that's right.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to hearing aids. So what we have right now is we just hooked up new technology where I can remotely look at my clients and program them from their homes through their smartphones.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing.
I thought you meant like you could look at them like there's a camera in the hearing aid, like comes out in front of their face.
There's a camera, actually. There's a camera in their phone. They have cameras in phones these days.
They do. Yeah, they do.
And then
they should call it something cool like you can see I can see your face, you can see mine, and we're having a good time, like FaceTime or something.
Yeah, like the time of your face.
Yeah. Look at your face and the time. It's FaceTime.
Yeah. Face watchers. We'll call it face watchers.
I want to say something in defense of golf. And this is, I think, one of the major reasons why you're not going to see golf as a more affordable option sport to include lower income people. And that reason is because golf is so damn hard and it takes a lot of practice. And the more you practice, the more money you spend. And I think that really hinders people trying it for the first time. You know, you might save $40 and go play golf for the first time. And you're like, that was terrible. I'm not good at that.
But you also need to know somebody who has clubs, because if you want to rent clubs, it's another $40.
It's another $40.
But let me ask you something. Is there anybody that's really made a name for themselves that was just, you know, a phenom that walked on at 16 years old and started it and loved it and just was an incredible athlete, hand-eye coordination with a golf ball? Anybody like that, or is it everybody from the time they're 6 years old?
And you know what's you know what's really weird? What's really weird is that they are all basketball players.
That's true.
Seriously?
Yeah.
But you know, Bubba Watson's a perfect example.
Yeah.
He taught himself. That's true. And I think
who was it? Brent Snedeker.
Actually, as much as I don't like giving him credit for anything, Brent Snedeker, yeah.
Brent Snedeker taught Chris Paul how to play golf in college when they were at Wake Forest. And now Chris Paul's like a 4 or 5 handicap.
But is anybody on the tour that was really comes from a poor background and was just such an incredible athlete? Like, you know, like Mahomes.
No, the story is, but Mahomes' dad was an MLB, like he was an MLB pitcher.
Oh,
we're getting so off topic. We'll have to talk about this next time. I would say the guys you want to look in, they're usually the Eastern Asian guys. Like VJ saying, and it's just about the hours and hours and hours and thousands of golf balls they've hit.
Well, you go all the way back to Seve Ballesteros.
Yeah.
Seve was the same. Very, very poor.
Yeah.
Very poor. His family saved up money to buy him a golf club because he was interested.
Yeah.
And he taught himself how to play.
Story.
I was gonna say, I think, and we talked about this a little bit last week as well. The same with Lee Trevino.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go.
But like, and that doesn't happen anymore. It's not like it's a lot of the times and the stories happen is like they come up through the caddy system.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
But the caddy system is now even more so of it's like a suburban rite of passage to be a part of the caddy system.
Gotcha.
So it's
very cool.
It stopped being that.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for that wonderful read. We're back to the show.
Bye.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Wow, that was a very interesting read. Thank you, Coach Joe, for telling us all about hearing aids and diversity in the golf world.
By the way, if you call 732-888-9000, you can get hearing aids.
Or BelltoneJerseyShore.com. Use the code word golf.
You also get a free pack of batteries.
Yes.
If you get a hearing aid. So
yeah. I think even if you just go get a test. So like if you need some new like watch batteries or calculator batteries, go get your hearing tested. Get a free thing of batteries. Use the code word golf. Anything you need button batteries for, good to go.
Right.
So that's the official end of the read?
That's the read. All right.
Okay.
All right. What do we got?
Well, we've got to talk about the American Express.
We could skip it.
Okay. Well, I was going to talk about this. The Phil Mickelson, he misses the cut.
Yes.
Did you see his ridiculous lip out?
Yes. Oh, 360.
It was like 390.
It was 390.
It went.
I mean,
sometimes it like goes in.
It wouldn't have prevented him from making the cut, but
no, it wasn't anything to do with it.
No. He missed the cut for sure. But I mean, let me tell you about this course. I was watching it and I was like, I would hate to play this course. This course does not fit my game.
It reminded me
so aggravating.
Yeah, it reminded me of. I've played a few courses like this, and it's like if you're not in the fairway, you're the fairway's in the valley.
Yeah.
Like they thought, okay, like how do we make this course undulate? What we'll do is we'll dig out the fairways so we know exactly what they're going to look like. And what do we do with this excess dirt? Oh, we'll just make the rough terrible.
Yeah, we'll leave it there. We're not even going to move the dirt. We're going to dig it out, and wherever the dirt falls, there's your rough.
Which is fine. It's forgiving if you're like 10 or 15 feet out and it's dry like that and you bounce in. But it's not like
I would have been mad to play that course.
To me, this would have been like a fun course for us to play. But to me, it looked like an amateur course.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like saying that. But it looked like a course where I was like, okay, like if I hit it up the left side, if I go straight, it'll at least trickle back into something.
Right.
Like, and you know what I mean? Like if 17 was an island green surrounded by rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it reminded me of, what is it? General's Ridge. Is General's Ridge
you just see
like
a lot of people just got lucky, like hitting the rocks.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I was not on board with it, but no, Sung J M's your winner.
No, he isn't.
He's not.
Siwoo Kim.
Siwoo Kim. Not Sung J M. They rhyme.
Sung J M was my pick.
Sung J M was your pick.
He did all right.
But he wasn't your pick.
Patrick Cantley shoots a 61 on Sunday to be the.
Sung J M was not your pick. You did not pick.
No, he's not my pick. But he's my Doc Redman.
In your heart, he was your pick.
Sung J M saving it for the players this year.
I agree.
He got robbed last year. He's saving it for this year. Patrick Cantley, who was my pick, shot a 61 on Sunday.
Yes.
Goes into the clubhouse with like 2 hours left.
I mean, what a finish!
Yeah,
stupid.
I had Tony Finau and Patrick Cantley in the top 3 on Sunday. I was psyched. And then with like 4 holes to go, Siwoo Kim takes the lead, and I'm just like, how?
Yeah.
How?
It was something.
So that was something.
You want me to break down these picks?
Yeah, I mean, they finished on the PGA West. So when we were talking about the course, Matthew Wolff had a penalty on Thursday. They didn't assess him until Friday. Mm-hmm. And it was like the ball was like 6 inches below his feet.
Uh-huh.
And he goes to do his backswing and it just rolls over a half. And during the day, on Thursday, they were like, oh, that's not a penalty. That was fine. You didn't move it.
Right. And what the new rules say is he should be able to put it back as close as possible and swing. But
and then on
he
Friday,
hit the ball.
Between Thursday and Friday, they assessed the video and gave him the penalty Friday morning, a one-shot penalty.
The penalty comes from not replacing the ball, not necessarily the ball moved.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought it was because the ball moved.
It shouldn't be because the ball moved. Because if he doesn't cause the ball to move and the ball moves, it's kind of like when
he caused the ball to move.
Well,
I watched the video and he's standing there. The ball doesn't move. He presses the grass.
Oh, then yes.
He goes into his backswing. He goes into his backswing. And I don't know if it's like the grass or if he's that close to the ball and the ball is uneven. Mm-hmm. But when he goes into his funky backswing, he gets to the top. And as he's getting up to the top, the ball, and he stops.
Okay,
and I'm like,
so there he's not. It should. I mean, this is a real technicality, and they probably assessed that he was swinging.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure that he does have a weird swing. So maybe this is what happens. He has a weird swing, so they don't know where to assess the swing.
Yeah,
because if your backswing, if you can stop, it doesn't count as taking a stroke.
Yeah.
If you're
no, he didn't take a stroke. I don't think he didn't take a stroke, but it was like the ball moved when his knee did that weird thing.
Right, which they may have to count that as part of his stroke.
Yeah, I get it's one of those things. Like, I know that like your club didn't move the ball, but if your weight on the ground like changes and you're close enough to the ball that like, and it's in like a weird angle.
I see where there's a technicality here because you know he does have a weird swing, but I'm just gonna go back to the U.S. Open at Chambers Bay. Dustin Johnson basically gets robbed of the U.S. Open. And it's not the sand; it's the setting up for a putt, and his ball moves because the greens are so fast.
Yeah,
right. So he gets assessed a penalty for that. Now, did he take a stroke? Did he cause the ball to move? No, it was probably they've already determined. You know, they determined right away the wind was whipping, hit his club face, hit the ball, moved.
Yeah. That's
it. That's why there's this rule in place. If you don't cause the ball to move, you get to replace it. With Matthew Wolf's weird swing,
he didn't replace it.
Know.
Okay,
he didn't replace it. He hit the ball, penalty.
And then last bit of news before we go into it, your boy, Max Homa, shoots
That's my guy. I do like Max Homa.
I wouldn't care if he was or wasn't on tour, like as long as he's still on Twitter. But he shoots a 76 on Sunday.
Yeah, he does. Not very good.
He's like in the final group, and he shoots a 76.
Yeah. You know,
pressure gets to him. I don't know. Hopefully, he still gets us tickets to the PGA Tour.
I sent you this. Max Homa. You know, Max Homa does all that. What do you call it? Swing ratings.
Jibbing and jabbing.
Jibbing and jabbing. So he rates swings. It's his thing, right?
Yeah.
He's famous for that. So a guy sends him a video and says, "Hey, that's 10 past your drive with my 3-wood."
What
do you say about that?
He smashes a 3-wood like 290 or like 300.
Yeah, whatever. He says that's 10 past your driver. What do you got to say about that? And he goes, "Way to go, bombing your 3-wood."
On the driving range.
I'll try and get you a discount on tickets.
That's brutal. That is brutal.
He lit him on fire, buried him.
Yeah.
And lit the pile of dirt on fire.
Yeah.
It was so good. Absolutely lovely. All right. Let me break down these picks for the American Express. I had Scotty Scheffler, Patrick Reed, and Doc Redman. Scheffler and Reed missed the cut. Doc Redman, this is what I've been saying all year. If you can't count on anybody, you can count on Doc Redman.
He makes the cut. He didn't do anything special. He was like still like 40th.
Look at my face. He made the cut, and none of my other guys did.
Okay.
He finished 70th, by the way. My long shot, Denny McCarthy to top 20. He got cut. Phil Mickelson bogeys the first hole as a prop bet. He hits a par. Oh, my God. Everybody's let me down. Patrick Cantlay, Matthew Wolf, Tony Finau for Ben. All make the cut. Go 2, T40, and 4, respectively. I don't even want to get into this. Chesson Hadley, top 20 is a long shot. Misses the cut. Tailor-made player wins is your prop bet. Ben, let me tell you what. You know what's funny about Siwoo Kim? He was a tailor-made player, and he switched to Callaway. You miss on the extra points. That sucks.
So much love. Thank you. That sucks. Okay, fine.
All right. You want to hear the final points breakdown?
Yeah, let's get to the points breakdown.
Gunner, that's me. 142 points. Boom shakalaka.
Is that a lot?
Well, it's all respective, I guess. Ben, 1,481 points. Ben, I was winning by almost 1,000 points. You are winning by 20.
Yes. Yes. Way to go.
Way to go.
I'm up. I'm winning. This flag is what I've won.
Picks.
All right, so picks. Now we're moving on to the
Farmers.
The Farmers Insurance Open at Torrey Pines, which is usually a USGA course. They're playing 2 courses. They've got the North course and the South course.
It will finish on the South course, as far as I know.
Yeah, which is usually the major course.
It's the major, right?
They're both 72 strokes per
Torrey
par.
Pines next year plays the U.S. Open, I believe.
Yes. The South Course. Guess how many yards it's playing?
Over 4,000.
Yes.
7,620.
I've got 7,765.
Oh boy, off by 60. Give me some props.
Guess how much the North Course is playing by? Guess how long the North Course is playing?
7,100.
7,258.
Oh, I'm so good at this.
That's good. So there's a 500-yard difference between these two courses.
This is why playing two courses is stupid.
That is an entire long, like very long par 4, short par 5.
Yeah.
No, that's just a regular par 5, isn't it? So that's like a 4 or 5 stroke advantage.
Yeah.
To the North Course. So if you get better conditions on the North Course, I'll be interested to see what the stats are like. We've got a lot of guys who played last week are playing this week because it's the California Swing. A few winners before. Who are you picking?
I am picking. Do I get to go first?
Yeah, you get to go first.
Oh, hell. John Rahm.
Ooh, he's still top 3 in the world, which is fantastic. But I don't know. How did he do last week? Did he win? No.
I don't think he played.
No. So, no, I think he played I think he played in Abu Dhabi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going with Rory McIlroy.
Oh, fine.
Yep.
Whatever. Rory sucks. I'm playing.
Wow.
He's so good.
He's so good right now.
He was my second pick. So.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to pick Xander Schauffele.
So that's a good pick. This is like his home course. He's from this area, but he does not do well here.
No, he doesn't, and I think this is that hometown jitters.
Yeah,
but
I think his dad Steve is going to be there.
I think he'll overcome him this week.
Yeah,
so it'll be all right.
All right, I'm going Tony Finau.
Of course you will.
Tony Finau.
Tony's got a.
He's from Utah.
He's from Utah. He's a Mormon, as I've learned today, and he's going to place second or worse. So that's
okay. All right. Who have you got next?
Harris English.
Yeah, he's on my short list. He's doing really well. I've got a few guys on my list, but I'm going for it this time. He's been crawling up the list. He's a great player. Did really well last year on the Corn Ferry Tour.
I
was going to go with Jason Day, but I decided no.
Against it, right?
Against it. I don't think he's recovering from his back injury. I don't think he really knows what's going on. My next thought was Adam Scott.
Okay.
And I was like, well, he hasn't really done much since his major win like 15 years ago.
Right.
So that's fine. Then I was thinking Hideki Matsuyama. I was like, but he hasn't. And so, I'm going to go for a bit of a stretch since I have the lead.
Right, because you've never picked this person before. It's kind of a long shot, really.
I don't think I've ever picked him. I don't think I've ever picked him in a tournament with as many sort of like top 20 OWGR guys. And I'm picking Will Zalatoris. Normally I take him as like a long shot, but I think he's definitely trending upwards.
We are big fans of Will Zalatoris on this podcast. So
yeah.
If you want to reach out, we'd love to talk to you. All right. I love it.
All right.
My long shot is Doc Redman, top 10. Boom shakalaka.
Yeah. I am going with Alex Noren, top 10.
I like that pick.
Hasn't been doing well, but European Tour phenom. I think he finally makes I think he starts making a splash here.
I dig it. All right, you ready for a prop bet?
Yeah, what's your prop bet?
Okay, listen to this one. Phil beats Ricky.
Fine, then I'm going to go with Phil and Ricky both miss the cut.
I like that, actually.
I was just going to do Phil misses the cut.
Phil and Ricky.
Phil beats Ricky to missing the cut faster.
I like it. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right. Those are our picks for the Farmers Insurance Open.
And we've got a special guest.
I would love to talk to a special guest.
We've got a special guest. Hey, what's going on, RJ? How are you doing today?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing very well. We've just made our picks for the Farmers Insurance Open. Just in case you're wondering, we're here with RJ. He is.
Oh my God! Is this golf numbers guy that shows us how bad we are every week?
Every week, yeah.
Oh Lord.
So we decided to talk him into being on the show. As you know, this week they're playing Torrey Pines. They're playing Torrey Pines. They're playing two separate courses, which always annoys us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think our picks were a bit chalky, but a bit fun as well. I've got Will Zalatoris on my short list. And I've got Alex Noren as a long shot.
Pretty solid.
Yep. Gunner, you've got Harris English.
Yep. John Rahms, Andrew Schauffele. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. I'm gonna win.
So explain to us a little bit about your algorithm.
Well, basically, accumulate a bunch of different sources, and I've created an algorithm that kind of produces who I think will be the best picks. And as you guys have seen, it's been pretty solid last 3 or 4 weeks. And so,
Yeah, I was saying last week you went 75% on the matchups, and I think it was 75%. Yeah, 75% on the matchups and 80% on the three balls.
yeah, and that's kind of what I focus on more.
Yeah.
Typically just first round, a little bit of second round, but
All right. So who do you have? You have any solid picks this week for the Farmers Insurance Open?
for matchups, yeah, Patrick Reed over Watson.
Over Bubba Watson?
Matchup. Yeah.
All right.
I already feel like we're gonna suck at this already.
So,
I think I'm gonna go. I think Bubba Watson, he does pretty well here, doesn't he?
so that's the thing. This is the first week I've done it, going back to the two courses.
Yeah.
These courses are so much different
Yeah.
from each other. I mean, it's about a 2-stroke difference. South is harder, obviously.
Yeah.
And so this week, I actually, rather than just looking at the stats, I actually broke down how they play on each course and comparing Reed to Watson. Reed averages 2.3 under par on the North course. In the 4 rounds he's played, Bubba Watson's 1 over.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So,
I mean, Patrick Reed is not a short hitter by any stretch.
right.
But
I mean, overall, I don't know if I'd pick Reed, but
yeah.
for the first round, they're playing the North course. And another example is Sung Jae versus Cameron Champ.
Okay.
Sung Jae's played the North course, only gets played once every year, so
Yeah.
not that much data on it. But Sung Jae went 5 under and 4 under 2 times he's played, so I think he has an advantage on the North course over Cameron Champ.
Yeah, because I don't think Cameron Champ has played this course very often, has he?
He's played the North course twice, and Sung Jae's played it twice. So.
Okay. So it's a decent matchup. It's just who you think is going to do better on this course.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
That's one of the factors.
Yeah.
And then let's see. I got Matsuyama over Ortiz.
Okay.
Carlos Ortiz.
Yep.
They're playing the South course. He's played the South course 8 times, and his average to par is 1.8 over. So.
Ooh,
That's great. I was going to say it's playing like 76-50. So if you're only playing 2 over, yeah, that's
Right.
great.
Yeah.
I was going to say they also
Those
have
are my
Tyler
main,
Duncan in their group, who I don't think I've ever heard of. I was going to say that's interesting. They're going
And
off
I
the
got-
10th tee as Rory, Brooks, and Matthew Wolf are going off the first tee.
Yeah, that's a good pairing.
I was going to say, do you have any
Good
picks
grouping.
on the 3 of those?
Let's see. I like Rory over Koepka and Wolf.
Yeah, me too.
It's hard not to like Rory and Rahm at this course.
Yeah.
I mean, past few years are just Rahm got first, fifth, and got second last year, which should have been a first. I think he started 5 over through 6 holes in the final round. So, and then Finau as well. I mean, he's gone 4th, 6th, 13th, 6th. So those are my 3 favorite guys. I actually did a prop bet for all of them to be in all 3 of those guys to be in the top 5.
Oh, wow.
Which
that bodes well for me.
Yep.
That bodes really, really well for me. Well, RJ,
yeah, it's kind of a cool prop bet.
Yeah, RJ, thank you very much for being on the show.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys.
And don't forget to check him
Love
out.
to come back sometime.
And you will be. Don't forget to check out Golf Numbers on Instagram.
Yeah, you can see him, for all you listeners, you can see Golf Numbers wipe the floor with us weekly. I do have a question for you, though, RJ. I saw in your messages that you were in Mountain Standard Time here in the U.S. Shout out, U.S. Where? Well, Ben, I have to shout out the U.S. because you're not here, so in your face.
Okay.
So it's 2-1 right now, so you lose. Where in Mountain Time are you? What state are you in?
I'm in Arizona. So.
Oh, in Arizona. There we go.
He's in the Scottsdale playing golf every day.
Year-round golf. Yeah.
Year-round golf with Michael Wilbon. I love it. Hey, yeah, I'm from Colorado, so I was just curious. I didn't know.
Right.
We always get those things. We always had those things on the TV that said, coming up at 9, 8 Mountain Time or something like that. And
exactly.
So anytime says they're from the Mountain Time zone, I'm like, oh well, maybe I'm close to them. So very cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
We're
actually,
gonna lose this week.
Well, yeah. Some of my long shots are Charles Powell, Corey Connors.
Okay.
So
do you think
Ryan Palmer.
I was gonna say, you think Mark Leishman has a chance to defend?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I was like, Gunner's shaking his head.
I don't even think Mark Leishman makes the cut.
Ooh.
Boom.
That's tough when you're a defending champion.
One thing I want to talk about is Xander Schauffele.
Okay, go for it.
That's my guy. Tell me.
I know, but it's a tough pick. I mean,
he's got to go against his own history, doesn't he?
I mean, he's been hot, but he's number 1 trending player in the field for part of my equation. But I mean, he's missed the cut for the last 5 years.
Yeah. I was just saying, Steve, his dad, who throws away all of his trophies, is going to be in the crowd.
What a clown. You save the trophies and say they're yours. That's what I do.
I raised you, son. These are my trophies.
These are my trophies, not your trophies.
Yeah. So he's...
You're liking Xander, Gunner?
I picked Xander. I picked Rahm, Xander, and Harris English. So I like Xander Schauffele. He's been on the rise. He is top strokes gained. He's going to break the curse. They always say 6 times a charm. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
So he's going to win. Yeah. He's going to win. I mean, I only pick winners. Doc Redman won 70th place last week. I'm telling you, I only picked the best players. All right. I got 2 throwaways and the best players. Xander Schauffele is clearly going to win this tournament. Home field advantage.
2 throwaways. You've got okay.
I'm mixed on him.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm with you. He was not on my list. I know there's a few older guys in the field.
Wow.
Jason Day, Adam Scott. I don't think they're going to do so hot either.
I actually went Rahm over Xander and Rory over Xander in tournament matchups. So.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think Xander makes the cut, but I don't think he finishes inside the top 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all are hating.
But RJ, thank you so much again for being on the show. Don't forget, check out Golf Numbers on Instagram. Or check out the Swingdom, and we're going to be having a bunch of links sent over to him. We're going to have some of his picks up on the show.
That's right.
We're going to have some of his picks up on the feed. Is that what you call it?
Yep.
A feed?
Yeah, we'll throw them on the feed.
Yeah. But again, RJ, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you later.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks. All right, so that was RJ with Golf Numbers. Don't forget to check him out. He had some really good picks. And he's on my team. Yeah. When you said Xander Schauffele, I had sort of the same thing with him. He like, this is his, it's sort of the hometown jitters. Yeah. It would be cool if he did. I like it when he wins. 2 years ago, he was winning nonstop, and he sort of fell off the radar for a bit. But now we're gonna try something else new. 2 new things. Yeah, we're gonna jump over to the European Tour. They're playing the Omega Dubai Classic. Yep, at Emirates Golf Club. Guess where that is? That's in the Emirates. The UAE. Par 72, 7,400 yards. It's also the desert near the equator, so I don't think they're worried about daylight. Have you looked at this at all? I've got a few picks. I've got a few guys that are sort of catching my eye. Really cool. Colin Morikawa is going to be there. So I'm going to put him just on my short list. I don't know that I'm going to make European picks. I think I'm just going to sort of say, like, I'd like to see Colin Morikawa, and I'd like to see Andrew Johnston's back on tour. So I'd like to see him do well. Isn't that everybody you don't like? We spent like 10 minutes talking about how much you don't like Ian Poulter. Okay. This is regular golf. All right. Well, we've got a special guest, so.
There is the thing.
There you go, Mug Dad. There's your music.
I love it. It's the first time I've had it in person, and it sounds even better than on the podcast.
Yes, you are our official European Tour correspondent, and we picked you on the criteria based solely on your accent.
I was going to say, is this a geographical decision?
Well, to be fair, no, because you've technically left Europe. So yes and no.
No, we're still part of Europe. We're just not part of the European Union.
We'll talk about what happens to the Ryder Cup later this year. Sorry, no English players on the European Ryder Cup team.
Mate, that will be absolutely fine because we're all rubbish anyway.
Yeah. So, especially Ian Poulter. All right.
No comment.
So we were talking about the Omega Dubai Championship.
The Omega Dubai Desert Classic. Should we try that again?
I'm so good with names. The Omega Dubai Desert Classic. I wonder.
Yes.
Is it just one giant bunker? You can't call it a desert classic and then have a bunch of green grass. It's just not fair.
No, I mean, like most courses over here have to import the sand, whereas they have to import the grass.
It's true.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Welcome to it. Yeah. So
Well, it's quite an interesting lineup this week, actually. There's a lot of real big names on the list.
Yeah.
For a European event, it's really impressive. Normally, we get all the sort of how do I put this without insulting every single professional golfer in the country? We usually get like the second class golfers, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like we don't get the big name.
No, but and we talk about this all the time. Like, it's got to do with the purse sizes, and imagine it's got to do a lot with the travel.
Well, I've looked, right, and every purse for the next like 5 events is only €3 million.
Yeah,
it's like standard purse size, which is what you get on one of your favorite PGA Tour events that you never watch because you don't like them because no one important plays, and they're still playing for like a £6 million purse.
Yeah, it's like there's $6 million purse. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's that. I think there's a few Americans who have they played last week in the season opener, who have decided to stay on. I can't believe Rory McIlroy flew from Dubai to California to play golf this week. His hours are going to be so weird, but I guess maybe it's just coming home from him. But even like you still get jet lag from Florida to California.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I'd rather play golf in Dubai than play golf in America. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure American golf is absolutely lovely. Gunnar, I'm sorry to hurt your feelings right now, but Dubai is like the richest country in the world. Like,
are they giving you Lamborghinis as golf buggies?
Yeah, like you imagine you turn up and they give you a 24-karat gold Pro V1. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. I mean.
Yeah, but to be fair, there is no drink cart girl.
I've got to be very careful on what I say.
It's okay. We've got to edit out some of Coach Joe anyway.
Oh, is Coach Joe from again? Is he?
Yeah, Coach Joe was trying to sell hearing aids and ask about racial injustice in the American golf system.
Oh dear.
Yes. So they're playing in Dubai. I would love to play in Dubai. I want to see them do an Under the Lights tournament soon.
Yeah, the night golf does look amazing.
Like in Turkey or wherever it is, that looks amazing. But yeah, special European correspondent Mug Dad. Who do you have?
Everything's sort of steering me towards Colin Morikawa, obviously.
Because he's American?
He's also one of the best golfers in the world, and it's very hard to avoid it when he's outright favorite. However,
I was surprised he was outright favorite.
Yeah, he's definitely like.
Because you still have Terrell Hatton and you still have Tommy Fleetwood.
Yeah, I mean, there's massive names playing. You've got
Justin
Spencer's
Rose.
playing. Ernie Els is playing.
Yeah.
Like the list is huge, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right. So I have 3 picks, and then I have a long shot.
Okay.
So my picks are Paul Casey.
Okay.
I think he's definitely got to be up there.
He is up there. And he's been up there on the PGA Tour for a while.
Yeah, it's a safe shout, if anything.
I think it's one of those things like the courses between the PGA and the European Tour are so different. Like the PGA Tour gets courses that are always very similar. Like there's 3 types of grasses in the greens. Like they know what the weather's going to be. I think you have to be trained for the European Tour to do well on the European Tour. And I'm not sure that Paul Casey, who's like spends most of his time in Florida now, is that guy. But I respect you and Gunnar's pick. I respect it.
He'll be there, mate. Don't worry.
All
I think top 5, easy. And then I'm going to go for Sergio Garcia.
As your long shot?
No, hey, enough of that. No, my long shot's even better, mate. All right.
Okay, so he's won the Chicken Championship.
What? There's no better championship to win, mate. Everyone loves chicken.
No, but to be fair, he has won in the last 6 months.
He'll be fine.
I just don't know which way he's trending. And yeah, he's a big enough name there. He'll have fun.
And then I think my last pick will be Justin Rose.
Okay. I mean, that's that's a solid, safe pick. He's moved back to TaylorMade. Like you have definitely gone with the PGA Tour guys over the European Tour guys.
Yeah,
because like I'm looking at Matt Fitzpatrick. I've got Terrell Hatton, Tommy Fleetwood, who sort of drift between both of them.
Well, Tommy Fleetwood was definitely up there, but it was tough. Matt Fitzpatrick has always been my pick, so I thought I'd better change it in case people start moaning.
Nope, nobody's going to moan. You just pick the best players when you think they're going to be the best. Doc Redman. Yeah, exactly.
Who's he then? So my long shot is an interesting one. It's for Andrew Beef Johnston.
Yes.
To finish in the top 25.
Yeah. I have him making the cut. He's had a rough year. He's had a really, really rough year.
Yeah, he suffers mental health issues and stuff. And I know the last couple of years have been quite tough for him. I was very surprised to see him on the list.
I was as well. Honest. Yeah, no, I was as well. And the thing is, he's like one of these guys who's a bit like Max Homa, where he's known for his social media stuff more than he's known for his golf. Which I think...
Yeah, he's more of a personality now.
Yeah, which I think must be really, really hard. Like, to sort of go places and be... Like, I'm sure on everyday life in England, like, everyday life... If at the British Open, if Beef was playing at the British Open and Colin Morikawa was there, like, everyday people would be like, oh, that's Beef Johnson. I have no idea who that guy is.
I walked to our golf course a few months ago, and some woman turned around to me and she went, "You're that golfer."
You said, "No, I just smell like beef."
And she went, "Beef." I said, "Honestly, if you ever saw me hold a club, you wouldn't think that."
No, I'm very excited to see him. I think you see so many sort of PGA guys over because I know they have to play so many events in order to qualify for the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, and I think this is one of those, like, Dubai have had their golf courses open for basically the whole of the last year.
Yeah.
They didn't really stop the lockdown. They've been really popular with, like, influencers and YouTubers. Like, they just fly to Dubai and play golf.
Yeah.
So you've got all the guys from England that haven't been able to play golf. Well, why not go to Dubai?
Yeah.
Like, why not travel over there where you can get your practice in? You're not just sat in your room hitting the simulator all the time. Like, you can get out and play.
Yeah, I know it's the same in Turkey.
Yeah,
and to be fair, in America as well. Like, all the courses are open in America. Like, it's insane that it's like we've got another 4 weeks of not having courses here.
Well, don't just.
We won't get into it. Mug Dad, thank you so much for coming on the show and being our European Tour correspondent.
Anytime, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right. Thank you very much for being on. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. That was Mug Dad. Mug Dad being our European Tour correspondent. No, I felt like the thing is we've got a pretty big family of people who like the show and are getting involved in the show. And like I want to get if this is going to be our show, which it is, and we're not getting thousands and thousands and thousands of listeners, if we're not even getting people to email us and tell us what they do and don't like, we're just going to change it up when we want to. Yeah. So we're not even going to talk about what we did in golf this week because we didn't do anything. That's it for the Swingdom. Yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. Yeah. Yeah. I've got to get the Twitch going again. I keep saying that, but I just never do. I'm just too busy. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for doing the do. And as usual, swing them out.
You've been listening to The Swingdom. Remember, we're just two guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given.
That was new. Did you? I did.